Before the fame, before the chaos, before the world called them the Beatles, there were shadows, people whose names never made the headlines, but whose choices changed everything. This is the story of 10 people who secretly shaped the Beatles' destiny. Number 10. Eric Clapton, the outsider who played with their souls. It was 1968 when George Harrison brought in his friend Eric Clapton to record "While My Guitar Gently Weeps." For the first time, an outsider stepped into the Beatles' sacred studio space, and instead of tension, something magical happened. Clapton's emotional solo turned the song into one of Harrison's greatest triumphs. His presence reminded the others that music was meant to heal, not divide. Many fans believe that moment saved George from walking out of the band entirely. Number 9. Cynthia Lennon, the hidden muse. Before Yoko Ono, before fame changed everything, there was Cynthia, John Lennon's first wife. She lived through poverty, early gigs, and the chaos of Beatlemania, all while raising their son, Julian. Behind John's rebellion was her quiet stability. Though history often overlooks her, Cynthia was the mirror of Lennon's vulnerability, inspiring songs like "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds" and "Good Night." Her story is one of love, heartbreak, and silent endurance. Number 8. Neil Aspinall, the man behind the curtain. He wasn't a star. He was their driver, their fixer, their shield. Neil Aspinall started as a road manager and ended as the head of Apple Corps, the Beatles' own company. He handled their chaos, kept their secrets, and fought for their legacy long after they broke up. Without Neil, the empire they built might have collapsed into lawsuits and lost recordings. He was, quite literally, the Beatles' invisible fifth member. Number 7. Mal Evans, the gentle giant. Mal Evans was more than a roadie. He was their protector, their friend, and the one who carried their instruments through every tour. Mal witnessed the creation of Sgt. Pepper's and Let It Be. He even sang background parts and helped with lyrics. Yet his story ended tragically, shot by police in 1976 after a misunderstanding. He gave his life to the Beatles, and his loyalty remains legendary. Number 6. Billy Preston, the only non-Beatle to get credit. During the Get Back sessions when tension was tearing the band apart, George brought in Billy Preston. His soulful touch on the keyboard transformed the mood instantly. For the first time in months, the four smiled again. He became the only musician ever credited on a Beatles single. The Beatles with Billy Preston. His presence was the light that momentarily pulled them back together. Number 5. Stuart Sutcliffe, the lost Beatle. Before fame, there was Hamburg, and there was Stuart. John Lennon's best friend, an art student turned bassist whose charisma defined their early image. He quit the band to pursue painting, but his sudden death at 21 devastated Lennon. Many say John's pain shaped his darker lyrics later on. Stuart never saw their success, but without him, there might not have been a Beatles at all. Number 4. Yoko Ono, the catalyst. Loved or hated, she cannot be ignored. Yoko Ono wasn't just Lennon's partner, she was his artistic mirror. She encouraged him to break free from the machine the Beatles had become. While fans blame her for the breakup, history tells a more complex story. She didn't destroy the Beatles. She helped John find himself beyond them. Their bond defined the final chapter of Lennon's life. Number 3. Pete Best, the Beatle who missed it all. Before Ringo, there was Pete Best. He played in smoky clubs, toured Hamburg, and helped shape their early sound. But just as fame was within reach, he was suddenly replaced. The decision haunted fans for decades. Was it personal or musical? Pete never spoke with bitterness. He accepted fate with quiet grace, forever remembered as the fifth Beatle who never was. Number 2. Brian Epstein, the man who believed first. When Brian Epstein walked into the Cavern Club in 1961, he saw something no one else did: potential. He polished their image, got them signed, and guided them from chaos to global domination. Epstein's tragic death in 1967 left them leaderless, drifting. Paul once said, "If anyone was the fifth Beatle, it was Brian." Without him, there might never have been a Beatles mania at all. Number 1. George Martin, the architect of a revolution. He was not just their producer, he was their translator. George Martin took their wild ideas and turned them into timeless soundscapes. From the string quartet in Yesterday to the orchestral madness of A Day in the Life, his genius shaped their sound more than anyone else. Every note, every experiment, George Martin made it real. He was the mind behind the magic, and the reason the Beatles changed music forever. Behind every legend, there are silent heroes. And for the Beatles, these 10 souls were the heartbeat beneath the melody. Their names may not be carved in gold, but their echoes live in every note the Beatles ever played.